Welcome, this is Nathan and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the peace treaty of World War IV, the War of Freedom. This episode's going to be a mix. Episode 55 is going to be a bit of a mix. It's going to be the peace treaty of World War IV, and also what happens after the war. Now, if you didn't see the last video, I apologize, because you're probably wondering, what the hell? Yes, this is our map now. Yeah. So, let me bring you over to this map. So, right, okay. This map is definitely not the map of episode, 52, but it is the map before World War... It is the map before World War IV, so yeah. I would have done this in the peace treaty. Yes, the silencing by here probably would have... I guarantee you. I probably would have given back to Yellow Team. I guarantee I would have done that. Poland and the Green Team are back. They are going to be back for a little bit now, because, well, they're back. Anyway, let's begin over here in the North American region. The only event that actually happened here was Mexico joining the war on the fascist side, and well, that didn't really end well. So how is America going to split Mexico? Well, pretty simple. They're going to split it with their ally, and I'm sorry whoever liked Mexico, because Mexico is now no more. They are gone, and I'm sorry, but we're going to lose a lot of countries in this episode. Mexico America, at this point, America and Mexico have been, enemies for a long time, but America had enough, and they just divided it between their ally. So, yeah. Also, these two are really good allies. I haven't mentioned it, but these two, the Great Yucatan and America, are really good allies. At this point, North America is actually pretty chill. There isn't really any hostile nobody's really hostile with each other here. You have the Square Economic Alliance up here, which is chill as hell. They have not done anything. You have California, who is there. They're there. America and Yucatan are best friends. They're not going to be spinning apart from each other, I can guarantee that. Then you have these two who are chilling. The Caribbean and Central America, they're chilling as well. But now is where stuff gets really interesting, because we're moving over here to Europe. To begin with, the Celtic Union will be fully annexing England. Instead of England being split up into multiple nations again, they decided it would be better off if the Celtic Union were to just fully annex England. And we can now see here that the British Isles are now unified under the Celtic Union. So, yeah. Good on them. They're actually a pretty strong country now to begin with. Yes, Denmark is back. That's kind of obvious. But what we're going to come down to is the Burgundy team. Because we're seeing the return of a familiar face. Oh, and what a familiar face that is. The purple team is breaking away from the Burgundy team, leaving the Burgundy team very hurt. Yeah, this is going to be a really big loss for them. This country is now back in the world, and they're back. Now we're coming over to this area, and this area by here, because yet again, we're going to see the return of a familiar face. And what familiar face that might be? Well, it's none other than the baby blue team. This was one of my, going to be honest, this is one of my favourite countries, so I kind of want to bring them back. Yes, I know they've been gone for a while, but I still think it's not been too... I mean, it's only been I'd say it's only been 60, 50 years since they were invaded, so, I don't think it's too out of the blue for them to come back. But they're back, and we can see that, Iberia's now got its 3 original nations back. It definitely looks a lot different, I will mention that. It looks a lot different. But we have the return of multiple countries here. And also, yeah, the chocolate team did lose land from this. But you know who else is returning? 2 more countries will be returning. Yes, you see that correctly. The Cyan team will be returning. They will be returning, and they're definitely going to have lost land, which they're not going to be happy about, because they own land from Poland and the Green team, but Mesopotamia says to the people in the Cyan team, they've annexed their land, they've kind of assimilated it into their country now. We can't exactly force them to give it up, especially because they were kind of losers in World War IV. But anyway, down to here, we're seeing the return of yet another country. And that country is none other than the Gold team. So here we can see that a lot of different countries have returned. There is no new countries that have been formed. This is all the punishment the Chocolate team will be getting. But as you can see, we have had multiple countries return that have been in the series before. I actually couldn't find a map with this guy on it, so ignore the fact that the colour might be different. Oh, and yeah, for Corsica, it's going to be annexed by the Pink team. This is kind of like a pat on the back for what they did. They're kind of just given it, and I guess we can say they also got given this island, so yeah. They just get a pat on the back and say, well done, you get some islands. And Algeria's like, great, thanks. As you can tell, Algeria, they're a teeny weeny bit mad. Because, their land, the land they wanted, they probably wanted more land out this war, but it just got taken from them. Because, countries have returned. Also, I need to mention this guy. This guy by here will lose nothing. They are still fascist. I believe I said they are. If they're not, I'll probably check back on that video. But I believe they left the war, and I believe they are still fascist. So, there are still fascist countries in the world. We still have Red Australia, fascist, Brazil, and this guy. Yes, we still have fascist countries in this world. Sorry, my nail is... Alright, I'll just deal with it. But now, this is going to be a bit hard for me, because we're going to be getting rid of a country who's had a lot of effect on this series. To begin with, the Turkish team is completely annexed into the Mesopotamian team. Yep, this country they give no more to this country, they are completely annexed. And now we come up to the Pink team. I'll just show you the piece video of the Pink team. Now, you might be looking at this and being like, hold on a minute, but the Pink team still exists, so why do you sound so sad about this? Well, you see, they don't. This, by here, isn't the Pink team. It is, in fact, if you remember this country, I'll be very surprised, it is, in fact, the Gold team. They are back. And yes, I know, you've probably noticed, the Pink team is no more. Mesopotamia had the opportunity to get rid of their biggest rival in this series, and they did. The Pink team is gone. Yes, I know, I've been killing off a lot of old countries. First the Yellow team, and then Turquoise team, and now we have the end of the Pink team. But it happens. Again, I'm being serious. It happens. You lose. In history, no country survives forever. That has to be known. I hope you know that. Anyway, India. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun one. If you remember, their capital got nuked. Also, the chocolate... hang on a minute. Sorry. I remember the chocolate team also got nuked. Well, it wasn't nuked. But, India's capital is gone. So, there is really... This is going to be a very hard one to devise. Now, something unfortunate that has happened is that India has kind of gotten rid of the idea of some of these groups within their country to have independence. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, India India was a very, like, they kind of wanted that country to be one whole thing, but they invaded a lot of land just too quickly, and the country has a lot of different ethnic groups within them, but they were forcing some of these ethnic groups down. And most importantly, we have to mention Pakistan and the southern Indian country, and also the Yellow Team. They simply do not exist. Those ethnic groups are gone. They've been killed. They just don't exist. So the Mesopotamia, when they get to this part, they're like, how the hell do we divide this up? So they're going to begin with the easiest stuff, which they know they can do. So let's take a look at that. I think we need to begin with this one. This country, yes, they're coming back. I might give them a little bit more land, just because of the fact that they were occupied, and they think they did have more land than this. Yes, the blue team is returning. They will be returning. Now let's go on to this. Let's get on to some of the war spoils for Tibet and the red team. So you can see here, these are going to be the war spoils for Tibet and the red team. I have no idea what they call the red team. They don't gain much, but it's something. Now we have one more group. Now we have two more groups to release, so let me just do that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I just remembered. Boop. There we go. Yes, Madagascar and Sri Lanka have both returned. I was a fan of Sri Lanka. I honestly got rid of them because I thought it just made sense, but Madagascar and Sri Lanka have both returned along with this guy. But this is where it gets complicated. Because, again, there is these groups within the Indian team. They don't exactly desire independence. They are scared of having independence. Got it. Now, this is complicated. This is very complicated. I don't know how to really do this. Yes, they could leave India like this, but if India were to get another government, another fascist government, and it got out of control like last time, it'd be very hard to put it down again. I mean, you saw what it took to take down the last one. So, Mesopotamia does want to make sure this thing is weakened. So, they are going to be releasing some new countries, but unfortunately, guys, I just going to say this, they will not be the old countries. So, let's take a look at these new countries they release. So, here are the two new groups made. We have the Pakistani Iranian thing. I have no idea what to call it. And then we have a southern Indian country being made, which, again, I will mention this once again, is not the southern Indian team, okay? It's a brand new team that's just been made. And here we see India left alone. This is a state where India is definitely going to be better off. Now, Mesopotamia will definitely help the new government to, they have to move their capital because they just got nuked. So yeah, they will it's not nuked. I don't know what to call them, because again, it's not really going to have a name, because it was the one. Anyway, their capital's going to be over here. Kind of funny, because that is the former capital of the Turquoise team, but, what can you do? And that is a piece. I'm sorry, I don't know how this got here. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. That's Space Radio World War 4, not 5. We are not there yet. Not a lot of countries gain land. Mostly because this war was to free the people. Again, it wasn't to annex them, unlike the past 3 world wars. None of the countries in this world war desired to annex land, other than maybe Algeria, but, whatever. Yes, certain countries do believe they should have got land from this war, but Mesopotamia and America, who were kind of like the leading things of this, and as well as Finland and Siberia, they kind of just said no. It's the whole point of this war was to free the people, not to put them under the rule of another country. And we can see that, yes, there are some countries that have annexed land, but it wasn't because, I mean, Mexico, there was nobody free from there. That was just war spoils for America. In Europe, England deliberately chose to unite with the Celtic Union. That is something I need to mention. The England, like all the groups of England, were not annexed into the Celtic Union. They joined the Celtic Union. I will mention that, okay? Because it's very important that you need to know that. The Turkish and the Pink Team really had nobody to free. They didn't have anybody to really free from them, so they just annexed them and also released the Gold Team. But what is going to be the after effects of this World War? Well, it's not going to actually lead to another economic depression. India wasn't the biggest exporter. It was Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia has become kind of like the main exporter of the world. But with the end of this World War, there are definitely going to be certain countries that are going to rise and certain countries that are going to fall. Because right now, Algeria, America, Mesopotamia, Finland, and the South Chinese Union are all on the rise. They are all gaining power really quickly. Pardon me. I won't do the rankings in this video, but just to let you know, Mesopotamia is the strongest country in the world, America is the second strongest country in the world, and Algeria is the third strongest country in the world, and then South Chinese Union is the fourth strongest country in the world, just to let you know. So yeah, there you go. Oh, shoot, there's actually one more thing I forgot. Australia was actually the only fascist country that won this war, and unfortunately they had no say in this, but Australia will be fully annexing the Green Australia. I think that's everything. I hope. I do believe that is everything. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. Again, the series is going to go on a slow pace from here on out. Mostly because... Ooh, Jesus. Oh my god, stop. The series is definitely going to go slow pace from here on out. Mostly because we are now in the year 2022. Which is almost one day. So, slow pace. World War 5 probably won't begin for another couple of episodes. Tens of episodes. I wonder if you guys can... Well, maybe not. It's going to be obvious in the next couple of episodes how World War 5 might unfold. But I want to know. I want to know if you guys can guess how World War 5 is going to play out. Because right now, there doesn't really seem to be any way World War 5 can break out. So I just want you guys to take a look at this map and just think to yourself, how will I make World War 5 happen? Good luck figuring that out. Anyway, I'm gonna fix up I'm probably gonna do the alliance layer and ideology layer in my own time, because I'm not doing that on video. But I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.